lasers coming out. They're both just dying.
Hey, you gotta keep running it back until somebody wins there. You know, it's that mental fortitude that showcases it in the long term of the set. Will say, I cannot see any head-to-head for these two, so it looks like we are getting a first time right here in this set. So excited to see it already starting on the Aetherian Force, bring in those blast zones and that stage nice and close. Very wonderful for Olympia a lot of the time, but at the same time, you also give some really good edge guarding potential for Absa. So far, though, keeping the pressure on maybe is not a maybe, but instead a for sure thus far.
Absolutely, and didn't really give much of an introduction to maybe, but as far as I know, I want to say she's top 8 some R2AS before. I'm not entirely sure. I've been like loosely watching them, but so far she's looking really strong here. This Absa at kill percent, and that's gonna go ahead and do it fair to the face to take the first stock.
That's the scary thing with this stage. You bring in those side blast zones, all of a sudden Olympia is taking you out so quickly with those forters. Those fisticuffs mean business, alright? They are rock heavy. Now we get some nice good aggression coming in here from the Absa, but all of a sudden it is immediately switched around. Anytime Goljee is getting a hit, sure, it's a 1, 2, 3 piece, but all of a sudden maybe catches them overextending and switches it up, and that is pure damage.
Absolutely, and oh wait, holy S tilts, Batman. I thought Goljee was gonna pop the cloud, but no, good patience there, but just might cost them here. Able to sneak back on stage, and yep, there's the shield break and the up B. Not gonna take it just yet. Absa known for dying quite early off the top, but Goljee say with the amazing DI to finally turn things around and the first stock off of maybe.
Hold up, can this Zeus, this Lamb of God come in and maybe go ahead and get a little bit of a reversal of the situation here? 110-0. You got to get this kill fast, and that is not going to be able to help you at all. Now completely down a stock again. This is becoming a quick problem for Goljee here, but with the God move, those jabs and the F tilts, absolute absurd move they gave to Absa.
Indeed, now Goljee attempting to CC that up there, unfortunately, maybe timing that spike of the move longer to get a little bit more damage off, but Cloud, oh, I actually thought the bomb was on the Cloud, but never mind, Goljee putting it on himself, not going to be able to find too much out of it. Maybe's turn. So much pressure here on Goljee, but it doesn't matter. Able to take the stock and even things out once again.
Okay, now we got the pressure. I love that parry into the immediate damage, but only 24. This is the problem that I was talking about earlier, right? Goljee is really struggling to rack up damage. Meanwhile, maybe gets you up to that 80% range, and that's kill percent. Speaking of.
Yeah, might have been an unfortunate DI out there by Goljee, but really close game one to start things off.
It's really hard sometimes. I mean, just due to the nature of having those reverse hits, they make it so that that outward DI, no matter if it's outward or inward, is going to kill you so quickly. And so, of course, even if you're holding in there, you're just going to get obliterated. Now, heading over to Air Armada, I love this stage pick overall. You make it so much harder for Olympia to recover. You give yourself a bit of a wider stage across the board, so you can really play around with this little bit more of a zoner here with the Absa. So far, it is all scrapping. We are close quarters, and it is not.
Yeah, so far, it's almost looking like a 0 to death here. Could very much well be so, unless Goljee finally finding that hit there. Maybe trying to go for the Dacus, but Goljee a bit too high. Alright, Cloud at ledge. Maybe just gonna sneak by it, but it's still not gonna matter too much because maybe almost taking that stop. Never mind, Goljee, amazing DI there again to save himself.
If that Air Armada Blast Zone change from the Aetherian Forest, we're going to see a lot longer stocks. You love that for Goljee here. 133 at this point to 46. The down tilt not getting the connection with Bear. Could have been able to combo off of it, unfortunately, for maybe not going to be able to find it at this point. Goljee is chasing. Bro wants this shot here. Doesn't want to let maybe get away with it too much longer here. 155 to 52. This is getting pretty bad. Still living though.
Indeed. And now I guess I want to say the one thing that I want to see Goljee do a little bit more of is just you taking advantage of Cloud, right? You can put it there, you can like threaten the space as much as you want, but he's popping a really solid up, and you want to try and take away and control as much space as you can with that Cloud alone. sides, especially so that maybe can't get in. And Paramount moment coming in, never mind, maybe sneaking back onto the stage with the skin of her teeth, but it's not gonna matter. Goljee completing the edge guard.
Crazy recovery route there, but you know what? You love to see it. Now at this point, maybe they are struggling a little bit here for the moment. No, we're getting jabs in there. We're getting the tilt off of it. That's the thing. That jab, such a strong move, and the ability to go ahead and cancel that into the tilt. Wonderful tool for Olympia across the board. Speaking of jabs into the tilts, we got Absa. Goljee doing a great job. Now maybe she's trying to come through, but a little too aggressive. That means you get parried. That means you get grabbed, and now you might be dying. No, not quite.
We're not almost there for Goljee. Not quite yet, as you were saying, Ian, but that is going to go ahead and do it, finding that sweet spot there to seal things off. So far, this counter pick working out pretty well in Goljee's favor. After it looked like maybe he was saying, nah, you shouldn't have gone here.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good though at the moment. Up the stock here, 72. The freeze though with the crystallization, it's such a good tool for maybe to be able to utilize, whether it's from the pummel, whether it's from the crystal, and now that forward air. Dude, we saw it on Aetherian Force, and we are bringing it back for the sequel, that forward air part 2 electric boogaloo, baby.
Indeed, indeed, and now F-Toad. These baby dash F-Toads, my goodness. Really helping out Goljee here, but here we go, maybe on the response. Not able to find too much off of that side, but he's gonna reset the situation a couple of times here, try and push this advantage a bit more.
Alright, just going to go ahead. I like the utilization of the side B more as a movement tool there. And now we're breaking that shield. You didn't learn last time. That is unfortunate. Almost getting the kill too. I love that quick down air and everything to just go ahead and get it going. But that down smash, when it kills so quickly, that angle gruesome.
Alright. Things all tied up here in this winner's semi set. Where does maybe want to go? And if I were maybe, I'd try going to some place like Rockwall where you can kill this goat a lot quicker. But no, opting to go to Julesville instead.
Alrighty, I'm impressed with the Julesville pick. You have some pretty crazy platform game. Of course, for Olympia, that's really good, but also Absa with the up throws can get some pretty interesting tech chases with the up Bs, but...
Oh my god, and baby's dead. What an edge guard there by Goljee. And I was gonna say that historically, in Rivals 1, this stage was often pretty air character favorite, and Goljee pretty much showed people why that is in this version of Rivals. But maybe still trying to figure out how to take this first stock off of this goat on her counter pick. They're gonna go ahead and do it.
Brutal forward air there. Now at this point, we're gonna get a little bit of neutral, right? We're playing nice and quick. It's that rapid fire movement, but Goljee coming in with the jabs, the down tilts, the F tilts, just to go ahead and secure that spacing, that up air, of course. Brutal move in Rivals 1, even more so in Rivals 2 with some of Olympia's play with the spikes and everything. Now, some good pressure here, Jazz.
Absolutely, and you know, props to maybe for having like good awareness. Is like, okay, Absa's a floaty character. I'm not gonna be oh my god, never mind. Forget I ever said anything. Goljee catching maybe again with these F-tilt chains. But yeah, maybe has had such good awareness to simply kind of back off whenever she knows that, hey, this combo, I'm not going to be able to continue it. Let me just reset the situation and nickel and dime this again.
Alright, up throw. Didn't get the tech chase they quite wanted, but with that platform dropping allowed for a great up air conversion. Now we get the F tilts here. We saw it during game 1, and you know what? It's going to carry so hard in game number 3 as well. This could be looking pretty good for Goljee. Look at that pressure, the down smash as well. Can we get the stock here, though?
Not quite yet, Yen, and now Baby has to find something. Tries to go for the side special. Not going to be able to connect that. How to cover space, but it doesn't matter. Maybe sneaking by it. Still has to hold on to this final stop for dear life if she wants to grow up in this set. But Goljee is not gonna make it easy for sure.
I love the pressure on shield coming from maybe, but you know what, didn't quite work out. Look at that. No conversion off the crystallization, and that's a big problem here. Goljee getting the wrong call on that tech chase, and now just gonna have to play it nice and safe to not drop this stock. 150 could get it here.
Absolutely no. That's almost did it. Oh my goodness.
That was so gross for the moment. Almost killing, but good DI here. That's the scary thing. You let Olympia live for too long, and all of a sudden she is a monster on the hunt for the kill. You got the F tilts, all long distance calls here, and you get the final shot there with the up air. Good stuff right there from Goljee, of course, taking out maybe. They still got a chance, though, inside of that loser bracket, so hopefully we'll be able to see more of her. Oh, it's best of 5? My bad. Oh my lord, I forgot. Alright, well, hey, you know what? Still a chance. Let's not count maybe out yet. That is my bad. She's still got the chance here. Down 2-1. We got the stage bans here, and we're going to be going to a much smaller stage, even than Jules Vale here. We got the Tempest Peak.
Not a bad stage to counterpick to, you know. Maybe we'll be able to get a lot of these kills a tiny bit faster off the side with theirs, but the problem becomes killing off the top now. This Tempest Peak has the highest blast zone in the game, so you have to make sure your interactions count off of the side a bit more.
That is the nice thing for Olympia, though. I mean, you got that forward air, you got that F tilt. We've seen a lot of those kills come from that, and we really haven't seen a lot of, like, up smashes due to the floating nature of Absa. Now, putting the pressure here in that corner, getting mad aggressive, but you know what? Goljee calls out the bait and just goes ahead and takes that hit. Now, up B, not going to be able to do it. As you said, that higher top blast zone going to be able to create a much more survivability off the top.
And again, these F tilts, Goljee is just on top of them. It just basic confirms. But maybe responding immediately back again.
Dude, I love the crystal pressure into the dashes. It just looks so tight right there. Now getting the grab too, the wave dash and everything. This pressure right here from maybe wanted to avoid the stick of the cloud, but unfortunately for her, gonna be holding that bullet.
Indeed. Oh, okay, I actually did not know that parrying gets the cloud off me, so no more backpack there for maybe. Fair almost taking it there for her. Now the situation in a bit of reverse, not for long though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just crush her skull in right there. We've got some carved up lamb ready to go at this point. The gem getting caught up with the grab there. Now at this point, Goljee making a good attempt at the tech chase. He's not wanting to let this get too out of hand, too unruly, and maybe starting to struggle here.
Indeed, but now Goljee trying to reverse the situation. Good tech and maybe too far down to be able to make it back. Anybody's game for the taking, Ian.
Yes, indeed. At this point, the dash attacks, the clouds, both of them covering space so well. That forward air looks so scary at that moment. Now the up throw. No, nothing coming out of it for Goljee here.
Crystal out in the corner. Goljee forced into there. Crystal is popped. Offline for a little bit for maybe. Trying to do her best to just find this kill before Goljee can get off any amount of F-tilt combos on her again. Just as I said, here we go. No, I'm not gonna do it at all. Goljee to the left there. Not quite where you want to, but it's not going to matter. Fair once again gonna take it. We're going to a game number 5.
Love to see it by maybe. They did a wonderful job there. Now gonna go ahead and lock in those characters once more. Immediate, no Jules Vale, no air armor. You know, don't have to worry about going back to the stages you lost on Fire Capital ban, and of course the Harbor ban. I can't blame them. You don't want to risk the edge guards. You want a smaller stage, and we're going back to the Aetherian Forest, the first stage that maybe won on, but Goljee saying, hey, the stage will up.
Indeed, and so far, kind of similar start to game 1. Not too much, but here we go. Maybe has to keep Goljee in the corner. Not going to be able to do so. Armors through those attacks to get a little bit of crystallization. Not able to find too much of a combo, unfortunately. But special combo coming out. No cloud out as at the moment. But Goljee might not need it. Some good pressure on the shield.
Alrighty, the quick little ledge slip right back up onto the stage. Now, putting the pressure on, maybe looking to find the conversion, but Goljee just so tricky with those angles on the QA. Now, gets the step tilt into the quick little lightning kick. I mean, that thing does damage if you get that tipper, and sure enough, Goljee, very, very well done finding it.
Oh no.
Oh, is that gonna be a stock right here? Got him off the stage. No, we get right back in there, and now maybe secure for just a little bit longer.
Indeed, but here we go. Goljee's forced into this corner, so not going to be able to continue the combo off of an up air, but it doesn't matter. The crystal coming out. The up back throw not going to confirm into a fair just yet. Maybe still applying so much pressure, it's not going to matter. The backpack is back on her. Backpack is off again. Crystal and Alpi's the wrong way. Probably was thinking that Goljee was going to go right again. Last stock situation here for maybe last chance to turn things around potentially before she ends up getting sent into losers. Goljee again not making this easy for her at all.
Okay, mad close with that forward air, just nipping the air right there, but you know what? We find it on the run back at this point. Goljee having another shot at this here. 2 stocks to 1. Look at that charge down smash. We got him off stage. Can we get the kill on? Maybe. No, she said getting back up here. Bro, rinse and repeat. This is the chance. Look at that. Beautifully done with the edge guard. Just rinse repeating the ledge pressure until we go ahead and seal it out 3-2.